taking the night off.
Dad, a happy birthday.
I'll call him. I'm vlogging. I know, I'm not gonna call him this early. It's 7:20. Taking a night off was good for the soul. I washed my hair. I did a face mask. I just felt rejuvenated. Don't shut the door. It gets hot in here during the daytime. I got Starbucks, I got some McDonald's for breakfast, and I have no reason to leave this space for the next few hours. I need to get some stuff done. I'm in the low teen percentage of like my little bar that I use to like calculate or like figure out how much I know. I would say nothing is more than 12%, and that's bad. So today we're gonna try to get up to a good 35, 45, 50%. That's where I want to be around. Yeah, I'm gonna send out some emails real quick and study a little bit before class. We only have an hour of class today, and it's review. It's also not mandatory, but I'm going. It's mandatory for me. My camera is literally about to die, but I'm gonna try a new method today since my task, like my to-do list task, isn't working out. I'm gonna do hours. So I have basically nothing else mandatory to do today that's gonna take up too much time. So the goal is to spend about 6 to 8 hours studying. I feel like that's a healthy, decent amount for one day. So I'm gonna show you guys what I write on my whiteboard. So basically I only planned out the next 2 hours because I literally cannot process beyond that, and I also don't know how long I'm going to stay in office hours, what office hours I'm going to go to, and I feel like that's where I mess up, is like trying to minute by minute plan my whole day. So I'll just do it based on like the hour, which is based on the subject. So for the next hour and a half starting at 9:30, I'm doing strictly physiology. And then I wrote down on my sticky notes my little mini to-do list, which like has like all the tasks that I would like to get done for the day in each class. It would be great if I could get this list done in the morning and then have another to-do list, but one step at a time, one step at a time. Anyways, I would like to put in a half an hour for physiology and half an hour for histology and 3 hours for anatomy, because I'm not behind in that, but I couldn't even tell you really what was on the exam, so I feel like that's not good. Like in physiology, I could probably name out all the topics that are up there. Definitely in histology, not so much anatomy. So all right, I'll probably see you guys later this afternoon. I'm just really gonna try to grind today. Okay. So I worked a little bit longer on physiology. I would say 2 hours, and I still didn't finish the lecture. And I went to the office hours, but it's fine because I feel so much better about it, and I need to move on to subjects that I don't feel that good about. It's about almost 3, and at 3 o'clock I'm starting my 1.5 hours of histology review for today. And during the downtime, I laid in bed and watched a movie and took care of myself. It felt good. I kept like trying to motivate myself. I was like, oh, if you do this, then you get to do this, or if you do this, you get to do this. And that's good every once in a while, but not every day, because now I felt like I wasn't allowed to do anything unless I studied. And that's just not good. So anyways, I just got Panera. I'm gonna eat this super quickly. It's so hot. It's like 1,000 degrees outside, but I don't want to put my hair up because we're having a good hair day. I literally just washed it last night, and she's looking fire. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll let you guys know how I feel about histology. Right now, physiology is at 20%. Okay, so it's about 4:45. I just got finished studying histology, and I finished like one of my tasks on my to-do list. I'm gonna need a long break before anatomy because I'm just like tired and restless, and like my brain doesn't want to study. I don't know how to explain it other than I don't want to do it. That's what it feels like. It's just like and I pushed for this past hour and a half because I just really didn't even want to start. So I'm proud of myself for starting, but I need to actually want to crave information for anatomy, which I feel like this season of my life that I'm in general is just learning discipline. I feel like that is a big part of being successful in anything that you do, is discipline, which is consistency, if you ask me, and like not relying on your feelings for stuff. So like even though I don't feel like studying, I'm still gonna push myself to study. And some people are like, oh, like you're forcing yourself. Yeah, you kind of are. You kind of are. If you wanted to do every single thing that you had to do in life, like, I just don't even, I don't know of anything like that. But I love cheerleading. And there were many of times where I did not want to go to practice. I did not want to do this. I did not want to do that. I didn't want to stunt. I didn't want to tumble. I didn't want to run. But I still love cheerleading. There was even times where I didn't want to compete. Okay? Like, I didn't want to go out there. And there were just as many times where I did want to do all those things. So it's just about discipline. And you can't only show up and do things whenever you feel like doing it. Sometimes you have to do it when you don't want to do it. And that's today. But you also have to know yourself and know when enough is enough. So I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and I might try to split up. I'm really craving to finish my physiology lecture. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't want to study, but like I really want to finish the physio lecture because I have maybe 30 minutes left of it, and that's for like both days. Like, I'm not gonna do the GI cases. I'll probably just read over that. But I'm so close to being done with that, and then once I'm done with that, I am done with like my first pass of material for physiology. It's just a lot to do, so I might try to convince myself to do 30 more minutes before I go to the gym, which I also don't want to go to the gym today. If I'm being completely honest, all I want to do right now is sit in my bed and either scroll on TikTok or watch Persuasion. And I was watching Persuasion, which is the new movie that just came out on Netflix, and eating my lunch that I got. This is how I know I'm just being lazy, because to be completely honest, I don't feel like lugging my laptop in my room to even watch Persuasion. Yes, I do have a TV in my room, but it's awkwardly set up for my bed, so I have to like sit a certain way to watch TV, and I just don't want to do that, honestly. I think I just need a nap. Sometimes when you're being temperamental like this, you need a nap. So maybe I'll do that, but then again, I also want to be able to go to sleep tonight. But I started doing something new at the gym, and it makes me pretty tired anyways, so I feel like I won't have that problem. See y'all this evening. Everything that I do for the next few days will just be a push, I'm guessing, because it's 9 o'clock. I went to the gym. I gave myself leeway. I started out the morning good. I worked hard, and I'm done. I don't want to study. I also don't, like, I just don't really want to do anything, which sounds weird because you're always doing something. You're never really doing nothing. But I'm going to push through. I'm going to push through. But I'm abandoning, I think it's just the thing that I'm doing with anatomy is just like not stimulating my brain maybe. So if it's not sticking by, I'll say tomorrow afternoon or like after the review, because we have a review session today, but I want to study before the review so I can be prepared for the review. If it's not sticking by then and I do bad on the review, I'm scrapping this method. I'm going to motivate myself by listening to JB while doing my Quizlets, so. I'm literally just going to be sitting here, probably getting madder by the second that I'm still here, but I'm going to push. I'm literally not allowing myself to go to bed until I get done everything that I need to get done on this to-do list. Yeah, it's time to be mean, Erica. No more nice, Erica. You need to get your work done. Look, this is a pep talk. Turn this on if you're not feeling motivated. It's not about motivation. It's about discipline. If you're not disciplining yourself, how do you think your future self is going to feel when your future self has to do all the things that your present self didn't want to do? Whereas you can make your future self's life a little bit easier by just being disciplined and getting done what you need to get done. Like, if you get done everything on this to-do list, Erica, you will be in a better position tomorrow. Like, what do you not get about that? It's not that hard. You didn't want to go to the gym today and you went, and you're thanking yourself for it now. So maybe if you get all of your work done, you'll thank yourself in the morning. Okay, check back in and let me know if you get it done. Hello. It is 11:53 and I'm calling it quits for the night. I do feel better, but I did abandon the method that I was doing. I wouldn't say completely abandon. I might pick it back up if I have time. But I just decided to move to higher yield stuff. So I'm doing the higher yield stuff of the first 2 lectures because they're pretty heavy. And this is for anatomy, by the way. And then I'm gonna wake up early. We always know what happens when I say that, but I really think I can do it tomorrow. Wake up early and work on the last part of the second lecture and then see how far I get in the third lecture. And I'll have time tomorrow before anatomy practice session. I would just like to feel confident going into the review session because this is the class that I feel least confident about. And last time I felt very good about anatomy. I also have my last lecture of histology tomorrow, so I'm going to try to do the same thing where I type up the Quizlet, take the notes while he's lecturing to save myself some time. But yeah, I'm proud of myself. I did 3 hours of anatomy, basically 2.5 hours of physiology, and basically 2 hours of histology. So I said 1.5 for both of those, but I went over. I would say I feel I would still say I'm below the 50% mark for all the classes. I would say the one that I feel the most confident in right now, I want to say physio, but also histo, which I put in a lot of time for those classes, and it shows. Anatomy, I don't feel too confident in, but hopefully that will change by tomorrow and keep going up as the weekend comes. But yeah, I need to send out some more emails tomorrow to different physicians and apply to a job as well. Life is coming at me, but I will see you little pumpkins in the morning. Good night. Good morning. Yeah. That's it. That's the whole combo. It's 7:35. I'm gonna try to get in a few hours of anatomy before class starts. And honestly, I'm not gonna even think about what I want to do today until after histology is over. Today will be very anatomy heavy packed though, because to be honest, I haven't looked at the last lecture. The last 2 lectures, I did look at the bottom line concept. We have something called bottom line concepts. So those are like the basic things that you like need to know, like the back of your hand. And they're not that much for lectures 3 and 4. And it's kind of stuff that we learn in physiology, which physiology, histology, and anatomy really go hand in hand. So I felt this a lot last time I was studying for the midterm. A lot of stuff like we all did cardiovascular like at the same time. Like the only class that didn't do cardiovascular was histology. So we're learning about cardiology, like what the heart looks like now. So I think that's why I feel okay in histo. A lot of the concepts cross over. So last time I studied really hard for anatomy, and I only had like 2 or 3 things that I like just didn't understand in physio, and they weren't it wasn't the stuff that crossed over. Well, it was kind of the heart. It was like the electrical part, but now I understand it. Now I understand it. But anyways, basically those last 2 lectures in anatomy cross over with the lectures that we've been doing in physio, and I studied really hard for physio. So yeah, but it's going to be anatomy heavy, and that's all there is to it. I don't have that much to do today. The only thing that I have that's like commitment like time wise is obviously class at 8. We have anatomy review session. That's why I'm trying to pack in anatomy so I can see how I'll do on the review session, and then a personal training session tonight. That is all. I will check in with you guys much later. I have my spa appointment tomorrow, and I'm so excited. And it's not even a massage, it's a facial. So guys, I'm actually so sad. We just finished our last lecture for M.E.D 2022. Let that sink in. Granted, we still have more Zoom sessions, but it's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like, this is the first experience that I've had since All-Star Cheerleading. I honestly have not had this feeling of not wanting something to end while it's still happening since I was like 18. Like, I literally remember being on when I was still in high school, my all-star cheer team, and like bawling my eyes out like months before the last competition. Like every practice I would go to, like I would try to take in the whole moment, and that's how I feel right now. Like, I'm sad. I'm obviously not gonna cry, but I don't know, like this was just such a special experience. And like I said, I'll make a video about like overall impressions, just overall stuff. I don't know, like it's so special. I will always be grateful that I got in. I will always feel blessed that I don't even know, like it's just so crazy. Like, you guys just don't even know the place that I was in when I applied. Like, I literally didn't tell a single soul until like I couldn't hold it in anymore, because I vividly felt sick about not getting in. In my journal, I literally have entries of just like, God, please let me get in if it's in your will, like please. And I just don't see how this is not in your will. Like I was just really going in, and it's everything that I could have hoped for and more. Heavy on the more. I've learned so much, and it's only been 8 weeks. It'll be 9 weeks. Like, the whole thing's 9 weeks. It's crazy. When I came to M.E.D, I was confident in my abilities to become a physician, but it's a new level of confidence now. There is no, oh, like, if I don't get in, it's just a matter of when. Your whole perspective on literally everything in healthcare changes. Like, some stuff is the same, some stuff is completely different, some stuff I just have a deeper understanding, a deeper opinion on. Course-wise, information-wise, medical practice-wise, if I could just like take a slice of my brain and lay it out, like you would see, I don't know, that doesn't make sense. But I don't know, it's just like my heart is so full, my brain is so full, and I'm just so happy. And I'm very sad that it's coming to a close. I really am. I mean, I'm happy because it was hard, not gonna lie to y'all, and we still gotta push. I'm so happy that I'm in the class with the people that I'm in class with. Like, everybody's super cooperative, everybody's super nice, and I'm very grateful for every physician that we've talked to during Carolina Connections, every researcher that we've talked to during Carolina Connections, every medical student that has come on and talked to us. I'm grateful for the peer tutors, tutor TAs, class TAs, all of it. All of it was amazing. I'm especially grateful for the program directors. They are literally the greatest. M.E.D in itself, whoever founded M.E.D, round of applause. Round of applause. I just don't think that people understand how hard the medical school process is, and to be accepted into a community that, like, one, you're put with people who understand your struggles in more ways than one, and then two, you have people who have been where you are, but they're advocating for you. Like, they want you to go to medical school. They want you to come to where they are. They want you to go to your top dream schools. Like, they want the best for you, and you just don't find that every day. But Alright, I am going to take a break from after class and probably, to be honest with you guys, go back to sleep. I will see you guys later. It's 2:50 and I've been studying probably since 1 non-stop, and that doesn't sound like a long time, but for some reason I am getting anxiety just from looking at this information. Like, it's just so much. Like, I'm sure I'll get it down packed, and I feel like more confident each passive studying I do. It's just so, like, it's just a lot. There's no other way to put it. And I've been, and this is the thing too, like, so it's basically been about 2 hours of studying, and I have been through 3 out of the 4 PowerPoints. So I think the only one I didn't go over was the first one, which I did yesterday night. So I've been through all of them pretty much. I have like a few more points to hit on the last one, but I've seen all this information in a very short amount of time, and I'm hoping that 10 or so minutes before the class I'll like get back in here and just read over like the ACC cases that we have, which are just like case studies that he wants us to know for the exam. And I just keep reminding myself, like, it's Thursday. Like, I was stressing out yesterday, it's Wednesday, today's Thursday. This is exactly how I feel. I'm gonna try to explain it. Half of my body is on this side, and it's like, we are so tired of studying. Like, obviously we want a good grade, but at this point, you know what you know. Like, you're gonna keep knowing what you're gonna keep knowing. You're gonna be fine. And then the other half of my body's on this side, and it's like, oh my God, you have to study 25A. No breaks, no breaks, no sleep. Study, study, study. No eat, study. Keep working. Keep grinding. And I'm in between, and I'm like, push yourself, don't overdo it, discipline, don't be lazy, take breaks, balance. And it's hard to balance. But anyways, I'm just feeling very anxious right now, so I'm gonna go in my room for a bit and just chillax, because we do have pretty much like an hour, maybe more, of review, and I want to feel good going into that and good leaving that. And I also have to go to the gym after that, so I probably won't see you guys for a while. Tonight, depending on how this anatomy review session goes, if anatomy doesn't go well and I still need to put in more time, then I will spend all of my time on anatomy tonight. But if it goes good, then I'll split it. I'll do half physiology and then half anatomy. I would say it's going pretty good though. We just got finished with Kahoot, and I literally am supposed to be to the gym in like 5 minutes. But I told myself if I did well in the Kahoot that I would do half physio and half anatomy, so that's what I'm gonna do. I finished. Okay, I stayed on the like screen pretty much the whole time. That's never happened in my entire life. I mean, like, I normally like pull through towards the end, especially in biochem. Like in biochem, I was like, oh, if I'm like top, like we had like 60 people in our class. So I was like, if I'm like top 15, like that's top 25%. I can deal with that. Like, I can deal with that. And it's not like biochem, oh my gosh. But yeah, so I finished in the top 5. So I still got I won't say I got a lot wrong, obviously, but there was some where I was just like trying to like rush to beat the other people. So I clicked the wrong answer and like just wasn't thinking it through. But there were still some where I just like didn't know. So that's what studying's for. But I'm gonna go to the gym, go to the grocery store, probably go to Target. I know y'all probably like, dang, this girl spends money every day. And so what if I do? It's who I am at this point. Gym fit. Got the matching sports bra and the leggings. All right, I'll see y'all later tonight. Okay guys, new angle, but I just got back from the gym slash the grocery store slash Barnes & Noble slash actually eating dinner slash evening errands. Look at what I got from Barnes & Noble. This is Persuasion by Jane Austen. I watched the movie on Netflix and I literally am in love with it. It is one of my favorite romance movies and I will rewatch it. I'm rewatching it right now. My #1 romance movie, drumroll please. If you don't know this, you don't know me. It is The Notebook. I will forever and always love The Notebook. Next up is Redeeming Love. It just came out and, well, it didn't just come out, but you get the point. Like, it came out this year, I think. I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. I've already watched it maybe 3 or 4 times. Yeah, and Persuasion is 3rd. I am in love with these movies. I am in love with multiple aspects of them. I have not read the book Redeeming Love, but I do plan on reading it after this program is over. And this will be next. And then I also got Reminders of Him, Colleen Hoover. I have 2 Colleen Hoover books that I have to get through. I think the last book that I read was All Your Perfects. I would say that that one is a little bit less sad. This one already starts out very sad. I read the first line, and I'm not going to spoil it for you. Let me just read it. I mean, I don't know what it's about, so I can't spoil it. If you don't want to hear it, skip forward. There's a small wooden cross staked into the ground on the side of the road with the date of his death written on it. That is literally the first sentence. So, This one will probably wreck me. I feel like the best book that I've read by her, and people are gonna be like, oh my gosh, like you're just saying that. No, it's Ugly Love. Everything about that book was a beautiful masterpiece. The cover, like I remember picking up the book and I was like, this is an interesting cover, like I don't understand. Like, oh, he's drowning under the weight of his lies is what I thought. No, that's all I'm gonna say about that. Yeah, so I got these 2 books and then I got a new journal. This is my new journal. It's cute. Oh, I'm so glad the girl that was working convinced me to get this because I love the marble on the inside. I didn't even realize that. But the one that I have now is like a composition notebook style. Like it's not spiral bound and it's very, very hard to write in. Like I literally like it's so hard to write in that I've only written on half of the pages in there. Like I don't write on this side, I only write on this side. I'm excited to use it and pour out my thoughts and feelings into it. Also got this coffee. Also got one of the new Olippops from the grocery store. Pretty good. I still think Orange Pop or whatever it's called, that's my favorite one probably. Yeah, I'm going to study anatomy for an hour and then I'm going to study physiology for an hour and then we're going to be done. I'll probably start with phys though. Now I'm thinking about it because I did a lot of anatomy today. Yeah, so I think first up is to keep watching GI. I literally only have a little bit of... Let's see what time I have to wake up tomorrow. Because we don't have class. It's a reading day, but we do have review sessions. I should probably still wake up early. If not, ooh, freak. One of my professors from the first block sent out a little thing. I wanna I'm telling you, I would not be opposed to going to Chapel Hill. Like the professors that we've had this block, like I recognize like it's a very small portion of the professors that work there. But the professors that we have, the doctors that we have, they just seem so lovely. I'd really be down. Here's our closing ceremony thing that they gave us. I'm gonna let my parents read through it, but I'm so excited. Okay. But it's time to get to work, so I will probably see you guys either later tonight or in the morning. No! Oh, they changed our anatomy review session, and I made my spa appointment tomorrow. And I have to be there at 1:15, and the anatomy review session starts at 1. So I'm gonna miss the anatomy review session, which it's not that big of a deal. I can just go back and do it myself, but I don't like when people change things, if you can't tell. Freak! At least I went to the one today, so I don't feel terrible about missing this one. Freak, I just hate that for me. Technically, my appointment starts at 1:30, so I could still hop on it for 30 minutes.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago.